Hi guys, I thought today we'd look at Rise by Vedder. I had a couple of requests for this one. It's kind of confusing because it's written on a mandolin, but this is as close as I could get it on the guitar with all the little fiddly bits rather than just playing chords. It will take a little bit of a while, this one. It might be quite a long one, but just stay with it. There's a lot of fiddly bits. But there is like a main rhythm, so you can kind of work around that and then get it more complicated as you get more used to it, basically. If you could like and subscribe, as always, that helps me out loads. And check out my album, which is in the description below. Also, I'll be doing a cover of this so you can kind of get an idea of what this version is going to sound like. So you can check that out as well if you want. I'll put that in the description and in the comments as well. Cool, that's enough chatting. Let's go for a close-up. Okay guys, so the first thing to talk about is just there's three chords. We got D, then we got a G6, so just your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the bass, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. Just going to call that G for the song just to make things easier. And then we've got an A, which we're going to do not as a bar because we're going to use the A sus2, so either traditional A or more modern A, whichever you prefer. Okay, our basic rhythm, it's going to change a little bit. You can put all these variations in to make it sound more interesting, but we're going to kind of work around the basic rhythm and then I'll just chat about some variations. So we're going to have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, and you're accenting the 1 and the 3 so they're louder. Okay, once you've got that down, we start adding some stuff into this D. So for the first beat, we're going to do a hammer on, just to the 2nd fret with your middle finger. Then on the 3rd beat, we're going to do, with the same finger, we're going to do a hammer on pull off. Okay, and then we'll put those together. Once more. I like to add in another down after the hammer on pull off, so you get down, up, down, up. That's just a little variation you can do. At the moment I just stick to the main rhythm whilst you're learning it, but I'll just talk you through them as we go. Then we come to a G. We're going to do the first beat 1 and 2 and, just as that G6. Then we're going to put our little finger on the 3rd fret of the B for 3 and 4 and. Then we're going to go first finger to the 2nd fret of the B, take your little finger off, 1 and 2 and. And then take it off, 3 and 4 and. That together, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Just play it once without me talking. You can also turn that into 16th notes and just play down, up, down, up, down, up. Not for the first one, just play that as we did. And then here, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just do that up to speed. That makes it sound a little bit more like the mandolin. So I'll just play through the verse once so you can hear it. I'll play it about half speed and play along if you can. Okay. For the chorus, we're going to be between A and G for the chorus. On the G, we're going to do exactly the same rhythm as we were doing in the verse, without those quicker notes, just a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. For the A, it's slightly different. We're going to have 1 and 2 and, it's going to be the same, but just to emphasize, we're going to go down, 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 3 and 4. So I'll just play that through without changing anything. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. So what's going to happen there is on the and 4, we're going to start kind of changing things around. So A goes 1 and 2 and 3. Then and, take your ring finger off. 4, put it back down. Then the first beat of the next bar, move it up to the 3rd fret. And then we get that. So we'll just take it to there. Once more. This second bar of A, we'll start again from that first beat, so the 1 and 2 and 3 is again the same, we're just staying on A sus4. And we're going to put our little finger, for the 3 and beat that is, on the 5th fret of the B string. It's quite a stretch. You can just play the open E, but because we can already kind of hear that, it sounds a lot more, it makes it, emphasizes it more if you can get your little finger to that 5th fret of the B. And then you come back to taking it off for the 4th beat, just makes it stand out a bit more. So I'll do that second bar, so 1, and if you catch that little high E string, I like the variation, you can do it with or without, it's up to you. So all of that A bit together super slow. Bit more up to speed. Then we come to G, with just the 2 fingers again. Same rhythm as the beginning, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. On both the 3s, we're going to do a pull off with our middle finger to an open A. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And just when you get back to that second bar, put your middle finger back down. So I'll just do that once again, nice and slow. Okay, then we go back to the same thing of A. Back to G, but we're going to do a slightly different G. We're going to do kind of the opposite of what we did in the verse, to be honest. So it's 1 and 2 and 3. It's going to be the first finger on the 2nd fret of the B. 3 and 4 and little finger onto the 3rd fret of the B. 1 and 2 and then I slide little finger to the 5th fret. And then when you do the slide, so that's the 1, and then, sorry, that's the 3. And for the and 4 and, just make sure you catch the thin strings. You don't want too many of the strings catching up. And then we're back to D, which will be the bridge. So I'll just play through the chorus nice and slow once. Okay, for the bridge, we're nearly there, so there's just a tiny bit more. We're going to do 2 bars of D. Okay, and all it is on that last, so 3, you're going to go and 4 and, your little finger comes onto the 5th fret of the thin string. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A, and then we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just normal for the first bar of A, and then we start doing these little slides and a hammer on. So the second bar of A is slightly more complicated. So the first drum down, and then slide your ring finger out to the 3rd fret of the A, then up, down, up, so 1 and 2 and for 3, hammer onto the 5th fret with your little finger, and then up, down, up. speed. Okay, then we come to G, just do the rhythm. 1 and 2 and for 3, take your middle finger off. Same again for the next half bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's the 2nd fret. So we're going to go 2nd fret of the A, open A, 3rd fret of the bass, 2nd fret of the bass. We just have this walking bass. So I'll play through that really slow. 1 and 2 and. On those sort of beat strums, 1, 3, 1, 3, really try and emphasize hitting, say like the A string or the E string, so it's really hear the walking bass. Okay, so that's the first half of the bridge. Second half is pretty similar, just a tiny bit of a difference. We have 2 bars of D again. First bar is just the rhythm. And then for the second half, we're going to do the rhythm that we did for A in the chorus, if you can remember that one. So that's going to be down, up, and then the 3 and 4, all down strums. We're going to keep 3 on the D, then we're going to go and take your middle finger off, 4, take your ring finger off. And then it's going to land on the A. So that whole second bar of D. A is exactly the same as it was in the first half of the bridge. And so is the walking down bass. Except we do it twice, and if you can add in more strums as the second one for a variation, that sounds good, just sort of 16th notes. You're back into the verse. So I'll just play through that bridge about half speed all the way through. Okay, then you do a verse, then you do a chorus, exactly the same as we did last time, apart from at the end of the chorus, when you get to that G, and we did the walk up, you just do it again. Hopefully without the little mistake. Okay, and the last bit for the outro, we're going to start on A, and it's going to be the same as that first line of the chorus, and you're going to do it twice. So I'll just play it through once so you know which bit I mean. You do that exactly the same again. Then you come to a D, and there's quite a few bars of this, and it just changes really subtly. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3. And that's a little finger on the 5th fret. You can just take your finger off. But if you use your little finger, what it does is it then emphasizes when you come back to the 3 on the B. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just do a normal D. D sus2, take your middle finger off. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that comes back on. And then you just do the same thing again. As a little variation, you can hammer it on rather than just doing it. So I'll just play through from the A, or just do that bit once and straight into the Ds. Then you come into an A. And this is just like we did in the bridge. So it just goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, slide, up, down, up, hammer. Once without me talking. And then the very last bit, we're going to walk up and down on a G. So G, down, up, first finger in, little finger in, and then we just do a down strum, take it, little finger off, take your first finger off, put it onto the second fret of the G string, into a D. So once more that bit to finish. Sorry, I just messed that up slightly. You don't keep your little finger on. So once more, once you've had your little finger on, down, up, now take it off, down, second fret of the G, and that's that to finish. I just talked about at the beginning that I do the intro right at the end. It doesn't sound great on the guitar just on its own, but I'll show you how to play it. You're going to go okay, what that is, D chord in the left hand, thumb on the D string, then G string with your index, back to thumb, back to index, once more, and then you're going to come to a middle finger on the B string, and then it goes index, thumb, index. Okay, that's the first half. And then the second time around is basically the same thing. So we go D, G, D, G, and then you do two Bs. And the way to do that is to just alternate your fingers, middle and then index. If you've got a pick, you can do it down, up. And that's the only variation, so you're just adding in a note. So I'll play it through really slow, both parts. Once more up to speed. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. As I say, it's quite long and can be a little bit complicated, but just stay with it. It sounds really cool once you get it down, so stay with it. Any comments, any questions, whack them in below and I'll get back to you. And if you've got any requests for future lessons, just let me know, and have a great rest of your day.